Hey guys, turned on all of the apps, already started the evening off with a decline, of course. DoorDash sent me an offer, $8.75, but it was for 9.2 miles. That's a backwards order. I declined that, held that as I usually do, and Spark sent me a decent order, $9, 2.9 miles for one order. It's ASAP and it's just a few items. It should get my evening started, get the wheels to move it. I'm here right now, so I'm going to check in. There are no other cars here, so hopefully it doesn't take them very long. Like I said, it should just be a few items. It's ASAP. I will let you guys know how long it takes and get these wheels to moving. All right, guys, after I got done saying what I was saying, they came out with my order quick and fast. Gotta love it. Now, the thing is, earlier it was like thundering. It was like super, super nice, a warm day. The thunder came, the rain, it's raining right now. And I was asking the employee how the day's been, and she said it was super, super busy, but then the thunder came and they can't actually dispense orders when it's thundering, so it probably held things up for a moment. But she said earlier it was super, super busy, but right now it is slow because there is nobody else here except for me. But I got my order. We're gonna go get this dropped off. 9 minutes, 2.9 miles. We are on our way. Walmart Spark orders dropped off, and it was just a bag and a box of like diapers. But the thing is, there wasn't like a lot of room to leave their order because they had like a little tiny porch, and they have a screen door which opens outward. So I had to like put the stuff as far back as possible so they can get out. So do keep that in mind when you're dropping stuff off. You don't want to set it in front of a screen door. You want to make sure if they don't have a wide enough area or big enough area to open their screen door, that it's further enough back for them to be able to open it, because I've had that happen. Like I've said, people have sat stuff in front of my screen door and I can't get out, especially if it's a big item. So I sat it back as furthest as possible, and they should be able to get out. So the thing is, when I got done dropping that order off, I had a really good Spark order come in, but I was driving. It was like $27, 1.1 miles, and somebody grabbed it just like that. I'm like, dang it, I hate it when that happens. Then DoorDash sent me an offer, $2.75 for 4.1 miles. That is an absolute no. That was a decline. Now, there was another offer that Spark sent me, a shopping order, but it was in another city, so it's like 20 minutes from me, $27.61. It would have been a decent one. The miles were a little bit higher, 8.9, but I would have to drive all the way to the city and then start shopping, and then I'd have 8.9 miles, which is kind of pushing it for me. But the question is, how do you guys feel about the shopping orders? Do you feel that they are worth doing in some cases, or do you just avoid them altogether? Now, for me, I love the Spark shopping orders. As many of you guys know, they pay good. I do pay attention to the mileage, of course. But when it comes to Ubereats, my complaint with the Ubereats shopping orders is that they're typically, at least from my experience, there's no aisle numbers. If there's a lot of items, you're in the store for a while trying to find the items. If they're out of items, there's a lot of communication back and forth with the customer. In some cases, they don't respond right away, which can really hold up your time. And then another con of shopping orders is potentially a line, and of course being out of things and having to communicate with the customer. Now, DoorDash, my experience with the DoorDash shopping orders, I've had no issues with them. I have the aisle numbers, at least from my experience. They usually go pretty smooth for me. It's just the Ubereats orders, I wish that they had the aisle numbers. For those of you guys who do the Ubereats orders, do you guys see the aisle numbers when you go shopping for Ubereats? Now, if I get an Ubereats order and the pay is reasonable, the miles is reasonable, I usually like to stay under 5 items or even less than that, just because sometimes it's difficult trying to navigate the store if I'm not familiar with the store and trying to find the items and then having to communicate with the customer. So do let me know your thoughts on the shopping orders, whether you like doing them or you're real picky about the ones that you take, which would be me, or you just avoid them altogether. Now, I did end up getting a reasonable offer, $8.02 for 2.8 miles for Baja Fresh. I am here right now. The order should be ready. We're gonna go in there and check on it. Hello, Arlene. Is it Arlene? Arlise?
Yes.
Perfect, thank you. You too. Order was ready. Customers 4 minutes, 1.7 miles. They are in an apartment, but hopefully GPS takes me right there. Usually does. Once in a while it doesn't, but regardless, we'll figure it out. We're on our way. All right, guys, Baja Fresh is dropped off, but like I said, I thought it was an apartment because the symbol on the phone showed a red symbol with unit in it, which usually indicates that it's an apartment. Well, I'm driving in the neighborhood. It doesn't look like a neighborhood that would have, like, you know, an apartment building there, but you just never know. So I'm following to where the pinpoint is, and the pinpoint takes me to a house, and I'm not seeing any apartments around, and the house that the pinpoint's at does not match the address, and the address isn't a unit number. There's no apartments around. Anyways, I had to circle back around, kind of put it together, and it was like 3 houses down from where the pinpoint was. Totally funky. Regardless, it was on the street, thank goodness, and it was a house, which works out perfect, but kind of funky though, saying that it's a unit and then the pinpoint's off. Things like that happen, but it was in the neighborhood. It's dropped off. So after I dropped that off, DoorDash sent me an offer, $3.50 for 6.4 miles. That's an absolute no. Now, after I declined that, they did send me a reasonable offer, $6.75 for 2.1 miles for Chick-fil-A. I'm here right now. We're gonna go in and hopefully the order's ready and get these wheels back to moving. All right, guys, got the order. 4 minutes, 1.3 miles. We're on our way. All right, guys, so the orders dropped off eventually. This is what happened. So I'm at the location. I'm on the right street. I confirm, you know, when I pull up in front of a house, even though the GPS or the pinpoint's on the house, I always visually confirm the address because I've had instances where the pinpoint will be on the neighbor's house or kind of in between. You always want to confirm the address. Well, DoorDash is saying when I pulled up to the house, it says, "Are you at the right location? You seem to be far away from the customer." And I'm like, I am here. This is the right address. I've never had this happen. Have you guys ever had this happen and you're at the exact address? It says, if you're at the wrong location, navigate to the customer's address to drop off the order. If you feel you're at the right location or you're experiencing an issue, tap it's something else, which I did. And they give a bunch of different options as well as able to chat with support. I just tapped navigation issues or something of that sort, and it finally went through and let me proceed on. But I'm like, it was completely off. I'm on the right street. I'm at the right house. Anyways, I dropped off the order. I'm walking back to my car and the customer comes out and, you know, tells me thank you. So all is well. I was at the right address. Totally funky. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and continue the night on. I'm going to leave you guys right here. Always appreciate you guys riding along with me as always. And of course, if you did enjoy the ride along, do give the video a like, consider subscribing if you haven't already. And I will be seeing you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.